Hey Kathy, are you ready to go into the immersive classroom?
No.
I'll just wait for everyone to sort of settle, sit or at the back or on the floor.
Oh, he's doing a wee. This is why we don't sit under the internet.
One of the reasons, yeah. Alright, so what I'm going to do, guys, is I am going to put some food out for the different animals that are in here. And again, what you're doing right now, this is looking at the animals and watching them, you are already working as scientists, you're already making observations. And while I do that, while I'm putting the food out and while you're watching the animals, I want you to think about an animal that you can't see in this room, but you think might live in this room. And you've got to think about why you've chosen that animal. So what would it have that would allow it to live in this room? And that's going to be like a secret prediction. I want you to keep that a secret. I don't want you to tell anyone. An animal that you might think could really enjoy and find everything it needs to survive in this room. So you need to really look at the types of things that are in the room, the plants, the things like the vines, maybe some of the hollows in the trees at the back, and think about what animals really need those types of spaces to survive. So, he does open his mouth, so when you're touching him, you just touch between my hands, and usually just touch with one or two fingers, alright? You can feel his scoots, you can feel that he's cold, you can get a sense of what it's like to touch a reptile.
Oh, what's that?
Andrew, about a year, is it? Yeah.
It would be a nasty bite still.
Really nasty and highly infectious. No, you can see his teeth. See his little teeth? Yeah. And like even at this stage, they do try and do a death roll and all those little the baby death roll.
Well, I guess it'd be like anything when you're resting, like playing, so be practicing all those skills, wouldn't it? Death rolls and all that sort of stuff.
When we talked about animal handling, we used to signs of distress, obviously there's one of them, so if he was to continue the trash around, he would put him back. Yeah. Alright, so the first one, let's do the first one now. In column 1 you should have one mark. You're only allowed to mark one behaviour. Yeah. Alright, the next one now, so in column 2 you should have one mark. Choose which one of those behaviours that they are doing. In column 3 you need to put one mark. Column 4, one mark. Column 5, one mark. Column 6, one mark. Column 7, one mark. And column 8. So normally the birds would be more active. It's interesting, they're not coming out. I don't know whether it's because of that noise. So normally you would have a choice of more than just the kangaroos in this space. So you'd have the birds. Sometimes we also have an echidna in here. So there would be more than just that, there would be variety. Okay, so have a look at your tally and see if there was a behaviour that was more common. And you notice any patterns in your data.
The thinking around the first project that we did this year was going down those paths too, to actually look at animals, what sort of environment, etc., is required for them, and then, okay, in a zoo environment, how would you design an enclosure and all of that sort of stuff.
That was the next stage.
But that's, just on the data that you collected, you only collected a little bit of data. Okay. We're not going to do it now because we're going to get lunch in a minute. But
It was awesome though.
It was
Yeah.
so
Great tool.
it was quick.
Yeah.
Yes. What was interesting though is Ms. Dan and I looked at the same monkey, but we had different data.
Yeah.
Ah, did you?
And so that would be very interesting to go back and say, and do it again.
Yeah.
I stopped looking at ones, like I lost concentration and I lost my monkey.
Yeah, that happened to me too, and I think I picked the right one, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. So again, I wasn't quite sure whether I'd actually completed it all on the
It
one.
probably doesn't matter for the purposes of the kids
No.
doing something with the information. They believe that information is correct.
Yeah.
And so it's what you do with it. You know,
But from a scientific point of view, isn't that about how careful a scientist has to be to make
Yeah.
sure that their
Discuss those
observations are
limitations.
accurate?
Well, it's
All the
reliability.
limitations, the reliability,
You've got reliability,
no.
you've got to keep looking
but we
at other people doing it.
categorised things differently too. So what
That's right, yeah.
what I saw as grooming, I think you saw as moving.
Or socialising.
Socialising.
She was touching the other monkey, whereas I thought grooming might have been for its own grooming.
Yeah,
and
so we didn't
like,
define what
interpreted
those
it
things were.
differently.
Yeah.
Peter and I had that same
So
conversation.
defining,
Yeah.
defining the
It was
behaviour.
grooming another monkey, so it
He's
could
playing,
have been.
playing with
Yeah.
the other guy's tails. Like,
Yeah.
He's grooming the
I
tail
saw that
and
as
he's playing with the
socialising,
tail.
so like, yeah.
But Catherine said you only could pick one. But
Yes,
whereas
that's right. I could have
That was the
He was just being a jerk, just playing with somebody else's tail.
Yeah.
Still socialised.
Could you see any benefit of actually collating everyone's data?
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, we could use shared spreadsheets and things like that to do that. What are the skills that teachers would need?
I think
Around setting
understanding
that up.
what data is and how vast it can be, it's a good way to introduce quantitative and qualitative. Like our observations right now are considered data, we've got images, video, audio, to then be represented, have a numeral representation. Yeah, it's just, obviously you guide that, because, but it's a good way to be introduced to the different data sets.
Because you've done both. You've done it qualitative because you've got to decide whether it's socialising or grooming. So that's a qualitative measurement. And then you're making marks for thinking what that is, which is the quantitative stuff. But the teachers would need to know how to collate that data and know what validity and reliability is. So they would need to know that reliability is that you're going to have to repeat the data and get the same data back. So you've got to have to do that.
But is that the question that you put even to the students? So
Yeah.
how valid,
Yeah.
we all took the data at the same time, so what does that say? Like that's the
Yeah.
inquiry, isn't it? Oh, I wonder if...
Yeah.
Before
then
you
what
even
like
get
this all the
to
time.
questions about reliability, etc., you still need to actually put your data in one spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't actually have the discussion about reliability and stuff until you've actually looked at your data.
The other thing Catherine noticed though, regardless of whether we had a different interpretation, was she said, well, overall they were moving the most, or they were active, so then she could still make a
She
generalisation
put it
about that
into a
kind
big
of species.
category again. So she's
Yeah.
taken away those minor categories.
Which is sort of feeling you've got anyway, but now you've got a number that says yes, it confirms what we're saying.
And you could examine another animal and then compare.
And then
They
compare.
might not be
Yeah.
as active as those.
Or even when it had that crocodile come in, they kind of went down to move, but then they froze and watched. So how much movement would be happening, or how noisy were they when it came out again? Or
That was fascinating. That
Yeah. So good.
and that the groupings. Nicole was talking about the groupings together
Yeah.
of this species. Like, are they? Yeah, is it fear? Or is it curiosity? Is it?
Oh, just defence, like
Yeah.
power in numbers.
Yeah.
So I was talking about like with that camera, watching us observe.
Yeah.
Look at this species, the way they
We
organise
could do
themselves.
it.
Yeah, and not with a hierarchy in the room.
And not one of them was foraging. You notice that?
Or sticking your knit. Thanks.
But the teacher would need to be able to know how to collect that data. Like, there's got to be, you know, we're not allowed to use phones now, but there's a really good app on the phone that you can take a photo of that, and then it will digitise that, make it a PDF, and send it as a data sheet that I found in the last few weeks. So you could, you know, do something like that.
Or do they still have the afternoons that teachers can come down? Like they used to have
To the zoo, like free
Yeah.
entry to the zoo.
entry that you could
think
come
that was that
down.
membership
or-
thing
especially
that
now
you
with
gave
this
us.
new. I know as an orc, there was times in the year that you know, you could bring a group of teachers
Teachers.
down and do
I
something.
mean, that's something that we could obviously approach the zoo and organise a twilight or something like that.
Especially because now there's the new centre.
Yeah.
It
And
might
they do
renew
have
that sort of
professional learning.
interest. They did used to have that for the teachers.
$60 is really worth it.
But I guess I'm talking about they could come down themselves, if you can see the value in perhaps coming
As a group.
together, like what you're, like
What
some
we
of
did
what
today.
you're doing, so they can
Experience the
actually go through
excursion
that.
before the
Yeah.
kids come, is that what you mean?
Yeah. I think they do hold professional learning days, but I'm not sure they're free. I think they probably charge.
They have professional learning, especially for the last, they've been really concentrating on the stage 6 bio syllabus and the depth study. So that's been their major push. But I think they've got the K to 6, well, they're doing some K to 6 stuff.
Yeah,
She
there's some
wanted-
stuff around PBL
Yeah.
and stuff here where they're offering days, but I think that the entry would probably be part of that fee to
Come
be involved
day.
in that education.
Yeah.
So
The trouble is we often don't get a lot of notice for those days, so I don't know whether they have a calendar. That might be worth investigating.
but then
Well,
we
it
have
could
to
be in
ask, do we actually want to
promote
attend
that.
that PBL
Yeah,
here?
I'm not saying
Or
that's right.
just because it's at the zoo
Yeah.
doesn't mean it's a
No.
good PBL to attend.
No,
I was
that's right.
meaning that
Yeah.
you could bring them and have
I think
or something,
we could negotiate with them.
because then it could be our own agenda.
Yeah, and say that what we'd like to do is this. How do we go about doing it? And they'd give us a price and all of that sort of stuff, and then we'd just work it out. Because I'd be keen for you to have another go at doing the same observation protocol off the video and seeing what it's like when you do that. What is it like doing it a second time? Yeah. But around that sense of how long does it take to really gain those skills, and you have a first go at it, you think about it, you talk about it, and then you come back and do it again.